Hi everyone, this is Alpha Ali. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everyone's doing okay. So today I'm doing a VOD review that's actually for ESO, and it is a Diamond 5 game on PC. They put it was a loss and the game was on for pretty long and we were winning quite a lot and we were doing really well overall, but we still lost. I'd love to know what else I could have done in general to win, but I also love to know what I could improve on with Mercy. Brackets, literally anything, so you could be as nitpicky if you like to. Okay, also did provide a little bit of background context as well. So yeah, I was playing with the soldier before. I'm solo queue, and he was doing quite well. I didn't get the other replay because the enemy DPS was kind of throwing at it, so it wouldn't be accurate. All right, thank you, sweet. Obviously, yes, I do love that, you know, you've got me like a nice and competitive game, which is really, really great. Nice as well that you played with your soldier before as well in a different game. I feel like if you play with people frequently, which I do quite a bit, obviously, because I play console and everything, and the community is quite like close and centered, I can I can see you know, how people play and everything. Which I guess like one of the advantages with playing people that you know. But yeah, just a quick little thing as well. If you guys do want any help with your own Mercy, are you wanting your own free Mercy VOD review? I do them live on my Twitch for free at 2 PM UK on Sundays. They cost 7,500 channel points, which you simply get by just watching the streams. If you can't make it that time, then do not worry, as I also record them offline whenever I'm free, and all of them get uploaded to this channel. But if you guys want to see any of my own gameplay as well, you can visit my main channel. If you do need any help with anything, then don't be afraid to message any of my lovely mods on Discord. The links for everything that I've just mentioned will be down in the description. Now, back to the VOD. And yes, we'll just kind of get straight back into it. We do have the Houston Outlaws skin on actually today. Love the colours on this one. If you do end up getting Jade as well, ESO, the Jade looks really, really nice with this. What's it called? I was just saying to one of my mods actually just before this that I need a skin quiz or something, because I can tell what the skin is straight away by just looking at it. Like that's how like in like rabbit hole deep I am with Mercy at the moment. But anyways, so we'll just get straight into it. Looking at our team comp, we have a really nice one for Mercy here. We can very much just sit with our soldier and just damage boost them very, very nicely. Junkrat we can if he's doing a little bit of spam into like a small room and we see someone's in there. And then Ana can very easily keep our Winston. It's mainly just looking to see when our Winston's out of LOS from our Ana, so it means that we can go and help him. And yeah, we'll just get straight into it. Let's go. I do have Jade, although I don't like it as much green, but I use Jade sometimes. No, of course. I totally get that as well, because I feel like sometimes it can be a little bit too much Jade. Alright, nice. Nice. If I don't like this rotation already, okay? I want you to do this rotation to be on this side of the payload if you can. The reasoning is because you doing like this rotation here means that we could very easily go ahead, take it off by the Ashe straight away, okay? And also means that we can't be here to help out our what's called, our Junkrat, okay? So instead, make this G over to here, so it means we can help our Junkrat and heal him up a little bit, and also play with our soldier over here, without making that, you know, risky move of going to peek the Ashe. Let's keep going, though. That's a Winston. That's not you. Let's keep going. Nice. So, if we want to make this rotation, get your G8, so get your G target onto your Junkrat straight away, and then look down and away like this. The reasoning is because if we need to make risky rotations, it means that the Ashe is not able to, to headshot us, and especially with the Mercy damage boost, it's going to do a lot of damage. So literally a headshot, a body shot with a damage boost, boop, you're gone, okay? Whereas if you look down and away, it takes a couple of body shots to be able to get to you if you can. So, if you can, try to just G and look down and away like this to be able to get over to this side. Alright, let's keep on going. Nice. Nice rotation off to the side here. I love your cover usage, can I just say, already. It's absolutely amazing. Nice. Really good pushing up to go and help the Junkrat as soon as you know. Nice. Okay, my only thing throughout this entire thing is just really double check just to make sure how your Winston's doing, okay? Because we just want to try and make sure that he's still in LOS of our Ana if we need to go and help him, basically. Luckily, he's behind, which means obviously our Ana's okay. But it's just double checking to make sure where he is. Other than that, really, really, like, I've no issues so far. Playing really, really well. So let's keep going. Nice. I would say personally you're a little bit pushed up too much here. I would maybe just kind of look to make sure that we're backing off a tiny bit more, just to make sure we're not taking any unnecessary like random spam damage from like the what's called the Roam Archer or anything. Just make sure we're backing off a tiny bit here. Other than that, really, really great. Let's keep going. Ooh, okay. Don't super jump here. We don't need to super jump here, okay? If the soldier dies, that's on him because he's not using his cover and he's playing very, very aggressively on this kind of wide angle, okay? Just stay down to the ground here and play. If you want to try and help your soldier, use your honor to do a GA round to the back of these cars here because then it means we can help from, like, this angle here. Unfortunately, ends up getting taken out by the ramp. And I don't think it's really going to be resable here. Nice. Nice. That's just unfortunate. Your Ana needed to kind of make sure that she was healing the Winston a little bit more. I don't think this is on you. I respect you obviously wanting to try and go in. What I want you to do is I just want you to get your beam onto that Winston and then get yourself out, okay? Because it feels like you try to, and then you get scared and you go back away, okay? If you can, literally just do your best to get that beam on and get yourself out, okay? Now, this isn't really on you because the Winston should have obviously A, been in more cover, or B, like, you know, been able to, your Honor should be able to hit the Winston. I don't know what went wrong with your Honor there because your Honor had like really good LOS. But I think you getting in to try and help the thingy and then just come all the way back should have meant that he stayed up there. But I don't really understand what happened with your Honor there. So I don't think that's really on you personally, Sweet. But it's fine. Let's go back. Let's reset. Because I don't think we're going to be able to win out this team fight now. Nice helping your soldier here. What I want you to do here is I want you to commit with this GA to the soldier. Don't just do a mini GA just to get your beam onto him, okay? Because you can hear them already being above you and they can very easily just look down on you and just be like, pew pew, and get to you, okay? So as soon as you know that you want to commit with the soldier on this angle, I want you to do that GA earlier so it means you're back here. If we're back here, we don't get hit by a dynamite or the Ashe is forced to use the dynamite more aggressively onto our soldier. Oh, look, we're already so out of the way and we don't end up getting picked off by it, okay? So it's just making that rotation a little bit sooner and not being as scared to take this angle, okay? You want to try and, you know, still keep this angle with your soldier if we can, because then when the Winston gets back, the soldier can very easily just like, hi guys, and just start shooting down over here, alright? So I want you to be with the soldier a little bit sooner here. Alright, let's keep going though. Nice. Don't worry about your junk here. You don't need to worry about junk because Ana has LOS of her, okay? We also don't need to J forward because we know where the cast is doing LOS here, okay? So literally just stay where you are really nicely. Nice res. I respect the Valk here. You did as much as you could there to be able to help your Winston. Same thing with your soldier as well. I feel like you did all you could there just to be able to help out your team. So that's fine. We just have to reset, go again. Nice. Okay, what I want you to do is I want you to push up aggressively with your Winston. The reasoning is because, let's quickly rewind it, okay? So this way the Valk end, everyone died. Nice, obviously healing onto the Ana here, okay? It's this bit in a second, okay? Currently, your soldier is not going to be able to do anything when he's all the way back here. Because what's going to happen is Winston's going to die forward. He could possibly get a pick, but also is going to force everyone backwards. And he's going to be the only one that's really doing damage. And as Mercy, if no one's doing damage and you've got a blue beam on them, it's basically doing nothing. Okay? So what I want you to do is when the Winston goes into dive, because of how far back your soldier is, I want you to GA in with the Winston, okay? GA in with the Winston, but cancel your GA, because he's going to obviously go dive the Ashe, right? So he's going to dive the Ashe. We can do a nice little cancel GA and just play back here, or we can wait for him to GA, and obviously then everyone backs off, and then we can go in and GA in with him, just to kind of make sure he's topped up and also like still being really, really aggressive, okay? Because the more that the Winston could be aggressive and the more he can dive into these targets, obviously A, more picks he's got, but also B, people could just back off. People could just back off. Alright? So, let's keep going though. So, Winston dives. You don't need to be there desperately for the start of the dive, but because you know when Winston's, obviously, as well, if you have any issues as well with people having LOS of you, remember that Winston normally puts his bubble down when he dives people, okay? So that means once again, more protection, okay? So if the Winston dives in, we can very easily just GA. And do you see how we have this bubble as well? So what I want you to do is I want you to GA forward and then play with the Winston damage boost like this. Alright, let's keep going. So we nano the Winston, which is great. But yeah, do you see how the Winston can't be aggressive here because he's currently going in by himself? I know this is kind of your Winston swap for going in by himself as well, but you haven't really helped the situation too much because you've been too busy being really, really passive with your soldier, okay? So go in, dive in with your Winston, and then wait for the rest of your team to push up if you do need someone else to beam. Also, it does mean as well, if the Winston ends up pushing up like this, you have an escape route. It means as well that you have people behind you that means you can like G yourself back as well if you need to. They expect the Winston to jump in, otherwise I would have probably tried to do something. No, of course, you don't really expect for him to jump in because it's so early on in the team fight as well. But it's just kind of looking out, and then you don't have to be there like for his initial dive. But as long as you're there for the follow-up, especially because he has this Winston shield that's there with him, we can still try and help him out a little bit more. Alright, let's keep going though. Nice. Love. Oh, beautiful. I love that patience with your res, because I see so many mercies that are just like, huh, res Winston, and the soldier ends up falling. Beautifully played here. Amazing, okay? You've obviously helped the soldier out. You've realized he's going to be okay now because of how much he's backed off. And then you go for that res as soon as you know he's going to be okay. Mwah. Beautiful. Keep going. You're slaying so hard right now. Very nice. Okay. Don't worry about honor. Don't worry about honor. That's my only thing at the end of this, okay? Nice that you do have that escape route, but to be honest, you don't really need it. Instead, you can literally just back yourself up and make sure that your soldier is okay. But then, because what's going to happen is because you've got these two picks and your Junkrat's in their backline, we want to push forward here, okay? So as soon as you've done that res, wait for your Winston to go back in, or use the Winston to go and help your Junkrat right now, okay? Because we want to try and make sure that all these guys are, you know what's called, staying up and staying alive, okay? There's no need to back off. If you're trying to back off for Anna, remember Anna's gonna be so safe right now. She's got no one to dive her and she's in cover, okay? Sure, that means that you're gonna be down a support, but we'd rather be down one support than be down two supports by peeling back here, which we don't need to, okay? Because they don't have anyone to be able to jump up to us, okay? Ramarcha doesn't have a, you know, some like little jump exo boost to get up to us, okay? And Ash is currently being attacked, and the Mercy are currently being attacked by the, what's called, by the Junkrat, okay? So what we do here, absolutely beautiful res. I have no issues with the res at all. Just when you've done that res, stay with the Winston. Like, all we have to do is literally just back off or use him to go and help your Junkrat if you feel like that you need to go and help him. I would have personally probably backed off because I'm not really for helping Junkrat, so 1 HP in the back line. So I would have probably backed off and then used the Winston to damage boost a dive probably onto the Ash and the Mercy, who are like, what's called, who are going to be quite weak right now. I love as well both of them just shooting and just being blown back with the Junkrat concussion as well. Makes me giggle. But yeah. So what I want you to do is like, I want you to play back here and just back off. There's no need for you to G yourself back to your soldier. Alright? Let's keep going though. So nice, yeah. Lovely damage boost. Very nice. Don't mind you stealing the heals there at the end as well. Really nice. So it's literally just forget about your honor. Your honor is super safe, and it's not like they've got anyone that can dive onto her and you know, like, kill her basically. So she's gonna be completely fine. Allow her to self-regen before we or just make her self-regen. That's kind of the point I was getting at there. Just allow her to self-regen, so it means we're gonna be with these guys. Alright, let's keep going though. So I'd be expecting some people to start peeking that top angle in a second. So what are we going to do about that? So, don't be playing on the payload here. I know that you want to push this in quick, okay? But if you do want to play on this payload, we need to make sure that we're crouched and playing as under, like, around here as we possibly can. If we don't want to play in the payload and we just want some cover, play behind this, like, big, like, tower thing here that they added in, which is, like, an absolute godsend, and I love it so much, okay? This is probably, like, one of the best pieces of cover that I feel like they've added into the game, like, ever. Along with this little hut here as well. Like, this map is so much more enjoyable now they've added in those two pieces of cover. But yeah, so, oh, there's a koala! Sorry, now we have 2 koalas on this map. I've just... Mwah. Anyways, right, sorry. So, play behind this pillar. Either crouch behind the payload or play behind this pillar. Let's keep going through. Nice that you do end up getting it in. What I've been doing is I've been looking for a straight GA away as soon as you've done that riskiness. Nice. Very, very nice. Ooh, okay. Use this. So if you want to go and help your soldier here, which is completely perfectly fine, use this as a GA to get yourself into this room, okay? Don't try and sling yourself up or anything, or don't try, to do anything else, because you have this Ashe that's on this high ground behind you guys, which you should probably expect, because they should have probably got a read contest here. So you're playing in this room. This is absolutely fine with you playing here, and then you obviously realize you need to go be with your soldier, okay? Make sure that sling is going to be into the room. I'm going to see what you end up doing now in a second, though, because obviously your soldier's gone. Nice rotation, quick out as well. Nice. Nice wall bounce. So, nice ping on the cast, okay? What I want you to do, though, is I want you to be a little bit more fast-acting, okay? If you need to, get yourself safe and then ping. Because you don't want to happen, the caster hear you and then just a flashbang, woo, and you're gone. Okay, so what I want you to do here instead is I want you to get into the room first before you alert. Don't alert and then go into the room. I want you to get into the room and then alert. Because I'd rather you were safe and the rest of the team not know about it. Because they should know about it, because they should be able to hear. Rather than you alert your team, then be kind of notified about it and you're dead. Alright, let's keep going though. That's not you, that's a Roadhog. Keep on clicking the wrong buttons on my keyboard today. As perfectly described by the cast in that second, okay? Do you see how we end up peeking it a second time? Because you're like, oh, but this is the cast, guys, the cast, okay? Play your safety. What I want you to do is I want you to play with the Junkrat around here. As soon as you hear that cast coming down here, we're already rotating with the Ana somewhere else, okay? It's about being proactive and thinking to yourself, okay, that cast, I know cast is really obsessed with Mercy, and he's going to come down and flashbang me and come to me. So I need to make sure that I'm playing all the way back here. So when I hear the cast jump down and roll, I can... Okay, see how cast is no longer our issue? It's now Ana's issue. I was hoping he's going to leave me alone. Don't ever underestimate that. I have done that so many times, and then whoever it was has just come down and just kind of, what's called, kill me. A really key example is Junkrats. Sometimes I just see a Junkrat and I think, they're not going to go for me. And then, I'm gone. Okay? So don't underestimate the enemy team. Don't think, you got to think to yourselves, right? They are all... all 5 of them, or even the Mercy, all 5 of these guys are absolutely obsessed with you and will not leave you alone. That is how you need to act as Mercy sometimes. You have to think, these guys are such fans of me and my absolute amazing Mercy gameplay that they just want me dead all the time. In which case, you need to try and make sure that you're as safe as possible. Alright, let's keep going though. So... Window Valkyrie to get away, which is fine. Nice damage boost on the Ana, though. Love that for you. Ooh, don't re-peek, though. Don't re-peek, okay? Remember, if you're safe, stay in that space, okay? As soon as you've got rid of that cast, we're really, really safe to be over here. Alright? Because as soon as we're as soon as we've got rid of that cast, there's no other enemies around this section here. So we can very easily just pop a beam on and be like, oh, look at me. Very nicely behind a piece of cover, okay? There's no need for you to make this risky rotation out, okay? Because as soon as you get into those higher ranks, Ashes will just be able to go poo-poo and you're dead, okay? You don't need to take that risk. So as soon as you've kind of helped your cast out with the what's called, with, well, obviously getting rid of the cast, then you can... vibe here. Alright, let's keep going. Nice beams. Nice, obviously helping your Winston. Nice. Right. We have all... Can't do anything for your Junkrat there. Can't do anything there. You played that so well. Okay, helping healing the Winston while everyone else was attacking the Hog was the absolute correct thing to do, because obviously you want to try and keep him alive. It's just unfortunate that your Junkrat makes a weird rotation and they pop Transcendence. Transcendence is just ultimately an absolutely amazing ultimate. It's it's really good as well. It's just it's overall just a very, very good ultimate, okay? So, yeah. You've done nothing wrong with this team fight. That's what I'm trying to get out here. We just need to try and make sure that we're not staggering here. Unfortunately, your honor does. There's nothing more you can really do about that. Nice, you've got your Winston out though. Okay. I think overall, it's just obviously be careful for the, what's it called? For the hog. Nice that you don't go res as well here, because obviously the spawn's just right next door, so there's no need to res. Very, very nice. We don't need to peek this. If our Junkrat dies, that's on him. Nice pings. Okay. Make that GA straight to this pillar. We don't need to kind of... Because we don't want to GA ourselves all the way over to here, because it makes it awkward to be able to peek everyone with our beams in a sec. But also being over here means we can't be with our honor, okay? So just do this as a GA cancel. So you could GA obviously straight to your honor, but cancel it here, so it means we can have our beam onto the honor. We're not going to peek the Ash, and also we can still go and help our soldier. Alright? Because we end up kind of like just pinging ourselves out here, and we end up in LOS and going back. Alright, let's keep going. Nice. Just be careful of Hog Hook here. I would be really, really cautious of Hog Hook here and not peeking him at all, okay? As soon as I see it, I hear the Roadhog, I'm going to be playing in as such, like, safe cover as I can, okay? And trying to help my soldier get as much damage out as I can. So it means the Hog can't just walk forward and go, hi, Mercy, Hook and die, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you to just keep playing here as you have been doing, but there's no need for you to peek. Because as soon as you peek, you're giving Roadhog a free chance to go and, you know, hook you and kill you, basically. Alright? So I want you just to play a little bit safer here and obviously knowledgeable of the Roadhog, just to make sure that that the Roadhog can't get to us. Alright, let's keep going though. Nice. Okay, so he got the Junkrat, which means we're safe from it for a second. Nice res. Oh, okay, they bobbed us as well. Ooh, okay. All this is played really, really well, okay? I love how you allowed the Roadhog, obviously little, what's called the whole hog, just to be able just to kind of pull you back. Which is fine. Nice res. Obviously, you do this as quick as possible. Really, really nice. And then just bomb, do something. Okay. At this point, think to yourself, how many ults have they used to do this team fight and how many have we used? We used that one Junkrat tire at the beginning and then we switched to Widow. You just used Whole Hog and Bob. You now just think to yourself, in an ult charge perspective, or like in an ult perspective, there's no point me trying to ult in this team fight because they've just used 2 and it's got quite a few picks off already. You've already used your, you've already used your res. And this Bob is just going to come charging at you. Alright, so as soon as you just see this Bob, you just have to think to yourself, that's coming straight from my soldier. I'm not going to be able to out-heal that whatsoever, so he's going to die. So at this point, it's either we just die ourselves and save our Valk, or we like attempt to get out. Basically, that's the only 2 options that we can have here right now, basically. Alright, so don't Valk it here. Because if we think about what the enemy team have just used, there's no way we can win that out. Alright? But it's fine. Reset, go again. We can either do a nanoed Winston dive here, or we can do a nano visor to get ourselves into this next team fight. So that's fine. Let's keep going though. So your soldiers wanted to go up top, which is fine. But to your Widow gets hooked in. Nice playing back. So obviously you can't do anything right now. Get out of this room. Nice. Just make sure that we're getting out that room. Oh. Overwatch? Okay. Overwatch just wanted to break on me for a second. Yeah. What I would like you to do here is making sure that we're, what's it called? Oh, it's rewound us a lot. I don't know what would have happened there. Yeah, with this Bastion ult, make sure that we backed off a little bit sooner than what we have. So what we're doing here, as soon as I hear that Bastion ult, like the do that's it, I'm fleeing the scene, okay? Because that ult's scary, especially if you're in a small room like you are, okay? So as soon as you hear that ult, be backing away like this, okay? And then make sure that you're playing split from your honor. Because if you're playing split from your honor, it makes what's called the Bastion really have to think who he wants to go for, okay? And then really nice, obviously, that you save your GA as long as possible for it. Really, really nice, okay? So just make sure that we're backing out a little bit sooner. Nice, though. Really, really nice. See that soldier's going underneath? Okay, okay. I feel like you should just make this a sling, okay? So, you see your soldier going in? Make this a full sling into the room, okay? Instead of you kind of like just doing like a little weird like bunny hoppy thing, okay? Because what ends up happening is you end up doing this weird bunny hop thing. You can see the Bastion coming down, okay? What I want you to do is I want you just to make sure that you're doing this as a straight GA in, if you can, and then get yourself all the way right around the corner. Because you know as soon as that Bastion's done, he's gonna be coming straight in, okay? If we're playing up here, if the Bastion's absolutely obsessed with us, he'll come for us. If not, he'll just see the free target of like soldier, be like, and then you know he's gone basically. But yeah, at this point, you just need to make sure that we're doing like a full straight GA in basically. All right. That's not you. That's an honor. But you die. That's fine. Your soldier also dies as well. We just need to reset here. Winston ends up using his primal. Is what it is. Reset. Go again. All right. Let's keep going though. So we still have Nano Boost. We have a Sigma now. We're playing with Cass, which is fine. Because obviously he's on like the flank by himself. Nice. So, at the moment, I don't need you to... You're constantly peeking this angle, and there is no need for you to do, okay? You know from your brain and how much that you played this game already that you don't want to peek this because you know exactly where people are, okay? So instead, I want you just to play safe over here. Play safe over here. Keep looking upwards just to check how your team's doing. But realistically, you cannot get up to them to go and help them unless if you have Valk. And the reasoning is because if you go to try and help them, Ash is going to go, pew pew, you're dead. Bash and go, blah, 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 and get you, okay? So there's no way that you're going to be able to go up and help them. You just have to kind of trust and hope and pray that your honor doesn't get picked off and she ends up nanoing a good person. So, as that's happening, and you put faith and trust in the rest of your team, we have to play down here and play safe with the, what's called, with the cast, okay? So, what I want you to do is I want you to just allow your cast to be the aggressive one here. Allow your cast to just sit and go boo, 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 like this. And we can just sit and look pretty behind this corner like, yay, go cast, woo! It'd be like as if, you know, it's like a little personal cheerleader. Be like, yay, go cast, woo! But we'll keep it going though. I can hear Hulk coming forward, so we want to try and make sure that we're not, you know, ready for it, you know, gonna have his hook there. Honor's really safe. Nice. Can't really help your soldier there. You can go and res him now. Nice. Really nice. My only thing was that mini super jump again. If you want to do that super jump, make sure it's into the window on the just in case. Because you're not going to be able to get your beam onto the, onto the soldier there. Alright. Really nice though. Your team ends up winning it. And win overtime. So, push up here. Nice. So, push up with soldier. That's fine. Remember, we don't need to be this pushed up, okay? There's no need for us to be nosy, be like, oh, soldier, what are you shooting at, kind of thing, okay? We can very easily just play back here. But the reason why I want to play back here is as soon as this hog sees our soldier, he'll obviously start running away. As soon as soldier starts running away, he'll start running to here. Let's say the hog ends up peeking now. You're hooked and you're dead, okay? Because you're being too aggressive, and we'll just end up getting picked off, okay? Whereas if we're playing here and we see the soldier run off, oh, quick Sigma! We can very easily just J ourselves back. Like this, okay? So just make sure that we're playing a little bit further back over here, basically. So it means that even if the hog stands there and tries to hook us, we're still out of range of him. Let's keep going, though. If I click the right button on my keyboard. Nice. So they could possibly get a recon test here. Yeah, they are going to. Okay. I like this Val because obviously you want to try and make sure that we get everyone before, obviously, you know, they get the recontest and everything. My only thing with this is you ping the Ashe, and then you just sit here like this in our LOS, okay? If you want to ping the Ashe and move, like, if you want to, like, make sure the Ashe is there, we ping the Ashe and then we place her where she cannot see us. Because if we just, like, ping her and be like this, she'd go, poo-poo, and her head's gone, okay? So, same thing again. We don't want to just sit here, like, when we ping this Ashe. We want to, you know, move when we see the Ashe. Okay? Let's keep going, though. So, we had to get in, which is really, really great. Nice. Nice, pushing the damage boost about the entire thing. Really, really great. Alright, let's keep going. So nice pushing up with what's called, with the cast. I love how you're constantly looking for an escape route or somewhere to go out as well afterwards. Really, really nice. Nice, you rotate up to this high ground as soon as you can. I would have been really, really cheeky here. And then, because I know that my Ana's main, I would have looked as soon as that Sigma's going to push out his rock, damage boost it. You can damage boost the rock up, or like at least go to damage boost the rock up and until, what's it called? Up and until he releases it. So all you have to do is make sure that you get your beam on him before he releases that rock. I would have personally done that just to make sure we got a little bit more damage on whoever he got it off. But that's just me being really, really nitpicky there. All right, let's keep going. Nice. Ashe has a peeking us, but that's fine. That's fine, you being greedy with the heals though, because obviously you want to try and make sure that you're healing yourself up. Really, really nice. Nice push up here. Nice. Okay. You know, with where the payload is, that people are going to get a recontest, okay? So there is no desperate need for you to go back onto the payload here. Because they're going to get another team fight no matter what. Okay, so there's no need for you to kind of like come back here basically, because you know they're gonna get a recontest. So stay aggressive with your cast, okay? Stay aggressive, pushed up with your cast, and then wait to go and see if your team need help in a second. I would rather you did that and play with your cast than your cast get rolled and you're currently playing back on point when you don't need to, because you know they're gonna get a recontest, okay? If the payload was about here-ish, sure, get on the point, because then, you know, we've got free on. It's going to make it really, really easy to be able to, to be able to get in, okay? But if you know that, I think I was just there because I wanted to get rid of ball fast or something. You end up kind of going over there before you know they have a ball. So I think your logic for it was to get the points in quicker. Because you don't know where the ball is. Because you don't know they have ball at the moment because they were on Ryan last time. So, I'd rather you just play pushed up with the cast, okay? Because if ball does come onto the point, Ana is very capable, especially in this kind of elo, to be able to sleep a ball. I'd be very scared if an Ana at this elo didn't know how to sleep a ball. In which case, as soon as that ball sleeps, then you can back off to go and help these guys, okay? But for now, stay on the angle with the cast. Alright, let's keep going, though. Nice. Just play safe once again. We don't need to push up as much as we are for the Bob. We need someone to shoot the Bob, though. Okay. Cass is being sneaky. If Cass is being sneaky like this, we don't want to disturb him with this beam, okay? So as soon as we see Cass crouching down and sneaking behind here, this is when you want to turn and go to point, okay? Because we don't want to just kind of like, allow this Cass to get kind of, baited out, I guess, by your beam. So as soon as you see Cass go sneaky here, I want you to leave him and go with these guys, because he's looking for a little flashbang kill into someone, in which case, as soon as he's done that, then you can go and peel back to go and help him. But for now, I want you to go and help the rest of your team and drop that beam. Alright? Because do you see how, like, you've given him away now? Whereas that could have been a very easy kind of, like, kill for him. Nice Valk, though. Go pistol her, go pistol her, go pistol her, go pistol her. She's just done a sling all the way out here. She's gonna have to wait a second or two to have another GA. Go and pistol her. Sorry, that's just me being like really like aggressive. But yeah, go pistol her. Let's keep going though. Nice. And you guys end up getting in. Overall, honestly, SO are really, really great so far, okay? There are very, very few issues that I need to speak to you about. I think your main thing at the moment that I've seen is making sure that we're reacting to our pings, okay? Yes, we can ping stuff for our team, but make sure that when we're doing those pings, that A, we're not putting ourselves at risk, but also B, we're making sure that we're also going to do something safe for ourselves as well. Alright, let's keep going though. So, we have Hanzo here. Instead of, what's it called? Instead of, Soldier, which is fine. Remember, he does have his one-shot back, so it means that we don't need to kind of sit and damage boost him too much, because he will pretty much just one-shot no matter what. So we can very much just sit with our Soldier a tiny bit more, but I love when you go to damage boost his Storm Arrows. Really, really great. Let's keep going, though. Nice. This is just unfortunately a point where you're going to really struggle for position no matter what. So I'm not going to judge you for taking a little bit of spam here. Really nice, obviously, you know, you pay passive for a sec for your honor to heal you up. But yeah, there's just physically nothing that you can do on this kind of section. It's just a really hard section for you to sit and pocket someone on. Nice. Nice. Love how you just ignore him, because obviously you know he's got the honor next to him to be able to heal him. Very, very nice very nice, like, I guess, beams here. And discipline. Nice, okay. Your team should be looking to, like, drop back now. Ooh, nice sleep. Okay, my only thing is while you're waiting for your team to follow up on this kind of, like, what's it called? This kill onto the Kiriko, just make sure that we're still looking at our teams, make sure they're okay before, you know, because what we can do is we can leave our beam on the honor or someone while we obviously we'll look at our soldier just to check that he's okay, because we don't want someone to fall over while we're trying to all focus on one Kiriko that's been slept. All right, let's keep going though. Sorry if you hear my dog bark in the background, by the way, guys. At this point, I want your team to back off. Like, we should be looking to reset back onto that high ground. That's exactly why. Because we take way too much damage there, okay? So what I want you to do is you end up wasting a GA here. Remember, we want to try and use our GAs for a purpose. So it's a GA in a second. It's that little GA there. Is that GA? This GA isn't helping us with any positioning or anything like that, okay? We could very easily just walk ourselves away, and as soon as we hear that Winston died, we can just use that as a straight GA back out to these guys, okay? Do you see how us doing like this random mini GA is the thing that ends up kind of getting us very, very weak and possibly getting picked off right now? So instead of you doing like this weird mini GA, I want you to play on the ground as normal, and then as soon as you hear that Winston, we GA ourselves and back ourselves out and up here. Alright, let's keep going though. Nice that you do end up surviving though, which is really, really great. I heard a... I thought I heard a widow. But then again, it's just me. My eyes just perceiving me, I guess. Nice. Nice rotation as well. Love it. I love all of your rotations. Nice. I think my only thing is make that GA to your Sigma here. So it means that Sigma can do a little bit more damage onto the Winston if you can. Nice. Same thing again. Don't do a mini super jump up. Nice res. Beautiful Valk, beautiful res. Keep going. Slaying right now. Can't do anything more there, mom. Nice. Very nice. Claudia, pick your Sigma there. Yes. Very nice. Love. You did all that absolutely perfectly. I have no issues with any of that, SO. You played that pretty much word for word perfect as you should. Beams were on the correct people. Movement was great. Positioning was absolutely beautiful. There is nothing more you could have physically done there. Beautifully played. I have no issues whatsoever. That was absolutely amazing. Keep playing like that. The Valk was amazing. The res was amazing. The whole, just everything that you did there, beautiful. Keep playing like that. All right, let's keep going though. Nice. Just same thing again. We don't need to peek here, okay? If we wanna play with the soldier, just wait till our GA is back and then make sure that we have our beams on, okay? We don't want to be peeking forward on the just in case someone's there to shoot us or like the honor's there to sleep us or something. We don't want to take that risk, okay? Just make sure we're still playing a little bit more safer there. Let's keep going though. Okay, we know Winston's gonna dive in, okay, and we're playing too close to our team here, okay? I want you now to be proactive with that Winston dive rather than reactive, okay? I want you to already be pre-playing back here so you know that Winston's going to come and dive your team or dive the honor, in which case you are ready to go and help them straight away, rather than you just kind of like sit on the payload and then the Winston comes and dives all you guys and you're like, ah! Kind of thing, okay? I want you to be proactive and already be ready for that Winston dive. Know that it's coming and play back. Okay, let's keep going though. So nice sleep. Lovely damage boost as well to follow up. Once again, don't worry too much about healing up your honor here, because honor's gonna be completely fine. I want you to focus on damage boosting and pushing it up here. Nice. I like you to get your beam into the hands of a tiny bit sooner there, but honestly it doesn't really matter too much. That's me being really, really nitpicky. Same thing, make sure that you're using that GA to get yourself up onto that high ground already, by the way. Because if you're up onto that high ground, then it gives you the options of both the soldier and the Hanzo, and not just one. I don't like this GA. And I feel like this is the reason why we end up getting picked off, okay? So, all this is fine. All this is fine. This bit, obviously, I was talking about you playing a little bit safer. And it's all, I think, it's because of this. Oh, hold on. So, if I was you, personally, I would have already been up here. I would already be up here and playing the split. The reason why I want to play split is because I know they're going to have a lot of ults coming up, okay? They're going to have, obviously, they have Winston in general, okay? Which means that we don't want to play with our honor, because then if we're playing with the honor, which just goes, ha! Whoop! And then, you know, he just, like, dives, like, you know, both of you guys, okay? You also want to play split because you know they're going to have Nano Blade coming up, okay? They've had a full, like, 3 minutes, and they have yet to use Nano or Blade or Kitsune Rush. They have pretty much all the roles they need to use them, okay? So, what I want you to do here is I want you to be playing up here where you should be, okay? Because you've dropped down quite a few times. I don't really understand why you have, okay? They've not got a sniper anymore, which means you peeking like this doesn't really matter as much as you playing with an Ashe. Or playing against an Ashe, okay? Because they have, like, Genji Bastion, okay? It doesn't matter if we peek out ever so slightly a little bit just to make sure our beam gets on, okay? So, I want you to play here, because then what's going to happen? The Blade's going to come. Who is Blade most likely going to go for? Honor, okay? If it's nanoed, Honor's dead. There's nothing we can do there to help her out unless if she sleeps it herself, okay? Or she's playing really far back herself. So, what we do here is we play back. We play safe over here and we wait for the Genji to come in and do his blade. We then go and use some follow-up damage whilst also staying safe and out of, like, I guess his dash range ourselves. And we can go to try and follow up with it. What ends up happening is you're down here and then you panic because you're not being ready for this blade. You end up panicking because you do your little GA. You do your little, like, GA up in the air. You end up doing a lot of, like, damage from the Bastion because you're not being, I guess, like, what's it called? It's, like, really strict with where we're going. And then you end up panicking. You're like, oh my gosh, there's a blade and there's a Bastion, like, shooting at me. What do I do? And then you're doing, like, this weird GA, which is probably what ends up getting us killed, okay? Now, I'm not saying you survive this, because remember they use Kitsune and Blade. But what I'm saying is if you played up here and you played safer, we could have definitely maybe helped the team out a little bit more. Rather than us, what's it called? Rather than us doing like this weird J out like this if we can. Alright, let's keep going though. I think this is just unfortunately just going to be what's called a little bit of a stagger from our soldier, which is fine. Team reset, we've got a Valk, and we've nearly got a Flux as well, so I've been looking to damage with Sigma at the beginning just to make sure that we're getting a bit of what's it called damage from him, so he gets that Flux quick. So I'm just having a bit of my drink. Well, it's like a break as well. So we Valk, that's fine. Oh man, you were doing so well. You were doing so well. Okay, let's talk about it. Because she had an opportunity here to do something after this if you don't die. Okay, let's talk about it. So, you're dead here. You're respawning here. Okay. The Valk to touch is fine. This is fine. My only thing is when you're Valkyrie, make sure that we're looking at our position, okay? I would position myself a little bit further down so we're playing over here, just to make sure we're not in LS of the Bastion, alright? This is all fine, though, okay? This Valk is fine from this point, okay? My main thing is don't worry too much about Hanzo here. Because if Hanzo drops forward, then he'll drop into your beams. If he drops back, that's him gone. Because he's been an idiot and dropped out, okay? Because if he drops out, he's no longer our issue. Because we want to try and focus on whoever's here and whoever's kind of, well, obviously, A, damming our backline, but also B, being on the point, okay? We do not worry about Hanzo here unless if he drops forward. If he drops back, that's his issue, okay? So just make sure that we're playing a little bit safer in cover here. So we leave him. Sigma ends up getting what's called. Sigma ends up getting antied. What I'd rather you did is while the Sigma is antied, remember he's got grasp up, okay? There is nothing we can damage boost and do for him right now. So make sure you get your beam onto someone else, okay? Get your beam onto someone else and you can look to try and body block as much of his like view as you can once his grasp is gone. Because he should be okay when his grasp is up. Maybe we can block this angle for him, okay? Because that's what you end up doing in a second. It's a really nice body block. But then I don't know how that happens to us, because you kind of like just stall and you just think, oh, well, Bastionals come, I'm gonna die, okay? When you're doing this body block and you hear that Bastional, you know it's gonna come for you and or at least the Sigma. We do a straight GA to our soldier and then do another GA straight back to go and res. And that's how we can save this team fight. Because what's gonna happen is the Bastion's going to go down. We've used our GA to get ourselves out and away to our soldier. We're helping our soldier. Arn is going to be an LOS to the soldier or can do some damage to the Winston to make him back off. We can go for a really quick and nice res on the Sigma to allow him to come back. And then it's going to be still a 4v5, but it's still going to be a little bit more winnable for us, okay? Instead, you kind of like stand here thinking, Sigma! And then you both end up just dying. Alright? Because Sigma's going to die in this Bastion no matter what. So we just have to make sure that we're just looking to get out and get away. Alright? Other than that, though, you play this Valk really, really well. It's just making sure that we're playing that cover usage a little bit better. But I feel like they're just going to get in now, which is fine. Because I feel like even if you get that res off there, sure, Sigma can probably get off Flux. But it's going to be still very, very hard for you guys to win out this team fight, especially with just your Honor and your Soldier. Because your Hanzo needed to jump in instead of jumping out. And that's kind of like, oh, where it went a little bit wrong. But that's fine. We just keep on going. So we're going to respawn when it loads back up. And that's fine. So we're going to come back with Flux and probably a Nano for that next team fight. So we're looking probably at a Nano Flux or a Nano Visor. Nice damage boost. You did as much as you could there. Nice escape. Okay, just gonna focus you down now though. Nice. Really good. Really nice escape there. Very nice. They're probably going to get this recon test though, which is annoying that you don't end up getting a full team fight. And I think that's where this, I guess that point could have, maybe this, ooh, nice sleep. I feel this is where this might have gone awry. I think unfortunately you guys don't end up getting a full team fight for whatever reason. And now they get 3 minutes on the time back for this point. Let's see what ends up happening, though. I love that. I understand. Anna should not have gone on body block you there because Anna's got her nade still alive, so I don't know why she does that. There's nothing you could do when a what's called a nade just hits you from the side of the other side of the map. You got a Reaper now as well, which is a little bit better for yourself because it means there's one less person that can get dove by the Winston. Push up here. I'll wait to push up as soon as that Saber gets nanoed. I want you. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna take a nap. I love it. But yeah, what I want you to do is I want you to push up with the Flux here. I want you to push up and damage boost this. Damage boost the Sigma a little bit more when it gets nanoed, because Soldier's gonna really struggle once the Sigma's nanoed. Because once the Sigma's nanoed, they're just gonna start backing off, and Soldier's not gonna be able to do anything. So just make sure they'll push up a little bit sooner here. Nice rotation. That's fine. Really, really nice. There is nothing you can do for your, what's called, for your Sigma there. Really nice. Don't be afraid to push up a little bit more here. Don't be afraid to push up and allow your, what's called, Reaper to maybe try and get a few, like, hits onto the Winston and everything. If it's just a quick little peek just to get your beam on or something, don't be afraid too much, especially because that bubble's going to be down, so your Soldier's not going to be able to do any damage. So just don't be afraid to go in and go and, like, beam him a little bit if you need to. Nice. Nice ping. You don't need to J in here, because you can expect when your Reaper goes in that this, what's called, they're going to get picked off. So there's no need for you to G yourself in and put yourself to that risk with the Genji. Alright, keep going though. So I can hear Bastion above you guys. Nice. Because I can hear Bastion above, I want you to do that sling either out to here or into that room, by the way. Just because I don't want him just to peek the angle, go and get you down, okay? With where you can hear him and he's going to be positioned and compared to the rest of his team, he's not going to be near the stairs, so it's fine for you to position yourself near the stairs, but you just need to make sure that you position yourself in some kind of cover here rather than just out in the open. Alright, nice though. Your team are getting very aggressive now, which is scaring me. That's fine. Nice, they're going to be underneath. Don't really super jump here. I want you to use this super jump to get yourself out and away, okay? Once again, it's about being proactive and thinking to yourself, okay, they're going to start pushing in soon now. I want to use this GA, even if it's like a GA cancel from your honor and then using it to get yourself out here. We don't want to be super jump ourselves up because we know that people are going to start pushing in. We also know they're going to start to have a blade soon again because we know that the Genji hasn't used it in a while. Alright, so what I want you to do here is I want you to be a little bit more proactive. Instead of you doing like this weird little super jump upwards, I want you to use instead that movement to get yourself out and away like this. We can still beam our Soldier from here and we can still beam my JQ from here if we need to, but it means that we're already being ready for this team fight to happen. We're also already playing split because in case the Genji ends up coming for Ana, she can just go, and if the Genji comes for us, we could just back off, use the health pack, and then GA ourselves out, and then be like, ha, bye Genji, and you know, he's gone basically. Alright. Let's keep going though. So nice. Use that as just a J cancel just to get your beam onto the JQ, okay? We want to try and get our beam onto the JQ because right now if you have a look at our Soldier, where is he? He doesn't have LOS of anyone, okay? Whereas if we have a look at our JQ, she has LOS, same as our Reaper as well. He has really good LOS on these guys, okay? So what I want you to do is I want you, instead of doing that weird GA, I want you to use that instead to get yourself forward and be aggressive with these guys so we can look for a pick-off. We do not need to bulk this though, okay? I feel like you're expecting for the team to come in, which they're not going to, okay? Because what ends up happening, right, is your Reaper is using his ultimate. You see your Reaper, right? Your Reaper's going to push forward. He's just going to push up and be aggressive, in which case we just need to G ourselves forward. Or he's going to do what he's done, which is TP into the backline and Blossom. Now, when he just says TP into the backline and Blossom, he's just looking to get someone or provide a distraction, okay? In which case, we do not need to Valk this because they're not going to be pushing out forward apart from obviously Genji that's decided just to blade because why not? So we don't need to Valk this. Instead, I would rather you spent this time being pushed up with your JQ and playing in here, and then Genji comes in. Genji will come in and blade your soldier, in which case you can use that time to get yourself out and away to this health pack, because then again, you decide to come for us. Once again, use the health pack method again, the health pack, and then get yourself out with the Ana. But we could have definitely used this Valk or saved this Valk for probably a different time, i.e. when, when Bastion ults, or if Ana decides to nano someone and she's coming in aggressively. Alright? I'd rather you saved your Valk here than use it here. I'm gonna see what's up happening though. So Gen's getting taken out. Nice. We can't res here. You can't do anything here, so you just have to use your... Instead of you sling yourself out here to keep your beam onto your JQ, sling yourself and use your Ana to sling yourself around here so we can be ready to pick up your, what's called JQ from here. Remember as well, nobody's taken this health pack so far, so we expect our JQs to pick up that health pack. So she's got time. It's not like she's just being walked onto by a high charge Zarya. She's got time because she has that health pack. So use that time to use your sling to get yourself around to help your JQ here. Alright? We do end up just getting to her in time, which is great. Nice. What are we gonna do for this? Can't do anything for your Ana. Is what it is. We took too long here. Okay. What I want you to do here is... So, Ana gets picked off. That's fine. I'd be thinking to myself, I want to go and res this Ana. Because I know from looking, obviously, at the scoreboard, but also just knowing in general, she's going to be coming close to Nano. If she can just get even, just a nade off or some kind of damage or some kind of healing off, she's going to have a Nano, which means this could ultimately change the team fight, okay? So what I'd be looking for here is when I'm going up with this JQ, I'd be looking and thinking, I want to go and res this. So as soon as humanly possible, I can maybe use my, I can maybe use my soldiers, GM myself around to go and res this. The reason why I'm saying this and you're not, worrying about the Zarya coming in to come and attack you is because you can see your Reaper and hear your Reaper TPing up here. So allow your Reaper to be that distraction and come in to go and res here, because we need this Ana alive. You guys are going to really struggle with this next team fight or just this high charge Zarya in general if we don't have our Ana alive. Okay? Now, that would be a really good time for Valk, because what could happen is we can use that GA with the soldier and then quickly use our GA again if we need to. Obviously, by popping Valk, we get the GA reset. We could have used that to quickly get the res off and then got ourselves out again if we desperately needed to. But you see how that's going to be a little bit more better of a time to Valk compared to last team fight if we needed it? Okay? Other than that, though, we just end up being a little bit too slow if we want to go for it. Alright? It's unfortunate that your soldier just decides just to go in and just walk into a bastion with his visor. Like, he's not invincible. He thinks he is. Like, he's kind of thrown that for your team. That's not on you whatsoever. Because he just decides, raw, I'm invincible with my visor. He just walks forward and just gets, like, absolutely annihilated, okay? He should have played this visor a little bit safer and used it probably to zone these guys back a little bit more than what actually ended up happening. Because if he uses this as a zoning ult rather than, rather going for a pick, you could have used this time to go for the res. Even if he just do this, just go for the res. Because he's been an absolute idiot here. Let's be honest. Your soldier has not been effective. So you can also use that time to go and res. Let's keep going though. I'm gonna see what you end up doing here. So Bastional's main. We end up ooh, okay, that's fine. Nice. That's fine. We have to kind of lead JQ here, which is fine. They've grabbed her. There is nothing we can do there. And unfortunately, all of it falls apart because, once again, your team don't end up getting a full team fight off. And I think this is the downfall of your guys' game. You guys, throughout the entirety of second and third point, had no time to regroup as a team to then go in together. It was all, or we lose someone really quickly, but then these guys are coming back, okay? I feel like we needed to get a proper reset, which isn't really on you too much, but it's mainly just we did not at all get a what's called a team fight reset together, basically. All right, but it's fine. Let's keep going. I'm gonna see what you end up doing on this attack now. So we pretty much got the exact same thing, except we have a Doomfist now. Okay. Oh, okay. So we don't need to be with the Doomfist yet. I know that you want to go in, and I know you want to go in and dive with this Doomfist, okay? But right now, we don't need to, okay? Allow your Honor to heal the Doomfist here, because she's going to have straight LOS of it, so just keep damage boosting your soldier. Now, we know that he's not going to go in straight away, because if he goes in straight away, Bastion's going to track him and just go, and just kill him, okay? So he's gonna have to wait a second. He's gonna have to wait a second for this Bastion to finish before he goes in. So you also have to do the same thing. Because you just walking forward while the Bastion is doing his own little thing, you're gonna get taken out, which is exactly what ends up happening, okay? Instead, I want you to keep playing on the stairs. There's no need for you to go in with your Doomfist just yet. Wait for the Bastion turret form to finish before we go in with the Doomfist. Alright, keep going though. Oh, why am I in third person? Oh, I don't like that. Oh, space. There we are. I was like, why are we not simply in third person? So unfortunately, we do it to get picked off. That means Doofus gets picked off. I feel like, I'm not going to lie to you, right? SO, in 20 minutes of playing, that is your first big error. Which in 20 minutes of playing is really astounding, okay? I feel like this is your big error that you've had. Which is fine, because I feel like in every single game, we all make some kind of, like, big error. But for it to come 20 minutes into the game, no issues. Because there is going to be some point. I got frustrated of losing the previous round, and that's okay. Honestly, okay? We could have definitely avoided it by obviously not starting to what's called. By not starting to tilt. And I feel like one key way I always do, and this is probably like my kind of like positive mindset coming through, is very much I always think that everything's winnable. Like even if the enemy team have got like 4 minutes of the time back after the second round, and we have like one, I'm always sat there thinking it's still winnable because I've won games like that. I've won a Junkertown game where we had a minute to attack and they had like 3 minutes, and we won it because we somehow managed to attack it all the way to like the end point pretty much. Okay, I feel like, and it's all about having that mindset of being like, it's still winnable and we can still do this. All right, let's keep going though. So we've respawned, which is fine. Nice, just make sure we damage boosting them stone arrows here like we were doing at the start. Nice. That's a fine rotation because obviously you want to be a little bit closer to your, what's called, to your Doomfist, which is fine. Nice. Saving over the Kiri. Like, ping her and then move yourself. Because we don't move ourselves. We just kind of stand on the payload. That's how we get hit with the Bastion or bullet. And then we just end up just what's called not paying attention. Okay. So, as soon as we see that Kiri, I want you to crouch in front of the payload. That means we're not going to get booted up by the Bastion grenade. Saving it as well. You Kiri ate us up. No, she did, okay? But we don't need to G into her, okay? We know with how much damage Anna does, she's not going to be able to kill her or do anything about it, okay? So, you've done your absolute best of warning the Anna and doing your best to keep her up. But then as you're doing that, I want you to back away from her. Because then that means that you can play safe, okay? You can try and help your Doomfist. Obviously, you're going to have to go and touch the point in a second. It is what it is, okay? But remember, it's going to be an overtime because Anna's on the payload till really, really late. I want you to play your life, play safe. And then when you have to go and touch, that's when you make it really awkward for the Kiri. Start crouch spamming. Don't J straight into her because if you J straight into her, she could just go poo-poo and you're gone, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to use the orbs carefully and start crouch spamming and be like, come here, Kiri. Because if you get this what's called this pick off, we can go and res someone. I would say preferably sold. Debating on who to res here. It depends on who's alive after you pistol the Kiri. Because obviously you have to be the one to tackle the Kiri here. Realistically. Because I mean the Hanzo can turn around and come and help you with it, which should be really, really great. Your Doomfist is probably not going to win the 1v1 with the Bastion, so the Bastion's still going to be alive. So at that point, it's up to you, your choice, whether you res your soldier or your honor there. Whoever you think's going to get more value, whoever's like been playing better throughout the entire game. I would personally do soldier, because I think like your soldier's been played a bit better than your honor. But that's fine. Hopefully your team turn around and see the point. They don't. They're too busy having their own little 1v1s, and yeah. Let's keep going though. Let's see what's happening on your, on your defense. So let's fast forward a little bit more. Alright, let's go.
You'll find out soon enough.
So we pretty much got the same team comp, except this time we have a Baptiste and also a Rhine. This means we might obviously be looking out for our Rhine a little bit more, and especially as like shield health. Other than that, it's making sure that our, our Bap's okay and our Bap's alive. Nice, they got D.Va. So really nice backing away. Nice. Nice. At that point, you just have to put your hope and trust into your team. And then your Ryan just steps off it. Okay. And so I'm going to be honest to you, this isn't on you. And I think it's more of a team thing that you end up losing this. Because, well, actually, okay, I'm going to talk about it. So I feel like the main reason and the bigger reason why we lose this is because of the second point, and the reason, because we don't end up getting a full team fight. Because we staggered so much throughout the second point as a team, this isn't just you, this is a team thing. We don't get a proper team fight off. Okay, which is unfortunate, because if you guys got any like one proper team fight off throughout the entire like second and third point, I feel like we could have held, but we just kept on staggering and staggering and staggering, which wasn't great. Okay, now that's no means your fault. The only part where I guess is a little bit of your fault is when we first got picked off on our attack. Okay, remember, whenever we're playing and it's getting into like the last like little bits of time, I would rather you played as safe as possible than being risky. Because if we end up getting picked off, like we did, for example, we waste 30 seconds of our time bank, okay? Because what could have actually happened there is we could have had that team fight and then reset and gone in with another one and probably built up some ults. But instead your team had to play passive, or like, for example, your Doomfist ends up getting taken out because we don't have that second support. Now, that's a very minuscule thing, which I guess led to the loss, but I think the majority of the loss was by the staggering. So that's why I'm not blaming you at all. Alright? But so other than that though, you played such a beautiful Mercy that I have very few things to say to you genuinely. Okay? I think my first thing I'm going to say to you is act on your pings. Okay? Because there's been so many times where you go and like ping someone and you just don't act on it. Like, you're like, oh, there's someone there, guys, and then you just don't act on it. You just ping it and then you just stand there, okay? What I want you to do is I want you to be really cautious, okay? And either move yourself and then ping, or ping and then move straight away. I'd rather you moved and then pinged, because it means that you're safe before your team are. And hopefully if your team are quite aware, they will also be aware that there's someone there, guys. And then, you know, they're not going to peek it. All right? So that's just one key thing I need you to work on, okay? Another thing as well, so is your positioning every once in a while got a little bit wacky, okay? Remember, if you're safe, stay in that space, and also try to just make sure that we're looking for that safest possible, like, I guess, position if we can, okay? And don't be kind of moving into the enemy LOS too much, okay? Valks were absolutely amazing, apart from obviously the one dodgy one which we talked about. And I think Reses as well overall were really great, okay? I think just your main thing at the moment is I want you to be acting on those pings so we don't end up getting picked off. And, what was the other thing? On your positioning as well, just making sure that we're being really strict. Like you were right at the beginning of the match, I want you to be that strict throughout the entire thing. Alright? But with that though, so obviously please do let me know as well if you have any more issues. But with that, honestly, an absolutely amazing Mercy VOD, and I really enjoyed it. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much for everyone on YouTube as well as on Twitch that have been watching this. You guys can get your own VOD view. Obviously, I'll talk about it at the beginning of the video. But if you do want to see any of my own gameplay, that's on my main channel. Along with, obviously, I do stream it all live on my Twitch as well. So both will be in the description. And there is my Discord as well in case you guys want to join the Discord. But yeah, just once again, thank you so much for watching. Hope you all enjoyed. Bye!